Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? How you doing? You know who this is, the real one, always 100, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, joined by the one and only. And if you don't know his name now, you definitely will know it after Saturday, guys. Jimmy, the Brick Flick. How the hell are you doing, Jimmy?
Hey man, I'm doing great. I'm in Vegas. Just got done training. Fucking feeling good, man. Ready to go.
You ready to go? Oklahoma, stand up, man. Making your UFC debut. Congratulations on the black belt you just got. That's awesome, man.
Thank you.
Um, No, so how's the weight cut going now? I know it's your second one in like 3 weeks, man. How you doing with that?
Oh, it's going great, man. I could make weight tonight if I needed, but it's not needed yet. So I'm about to get me in some good dinner and just enjoying myself, hoping that he shows up on weight and able to do it. And I know that last time was the first time he ever made weight at 125, and now we got to turn around and do it again. And I told the UFC I didn't want no catch weight, and I didn't want none of that shit. I wanted it back at flyweight, and that's what we got. So I hope he comes in on weight.
Hey, but if he doesn't, that's 30% more in your pocket though, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So either way, man, I mean, that's good about your weight cut, man. I mean, that's not hard to do. People have never done it. I used to wrestle in high school. I had done it before, but that was years ago. Um, how did you feel to be DC's first pick on Dana White's Contender Series that night? Because I watched it live and I was like, who, what, whoa, look at these transitions. Like, I want to say Khabib-esque is what I'm probably going to catch a lot of crap for that, but I'm just saying, man. How'd you feel when you found out that DC says Jimmy Brick, and this just his reaction of how amazed he was with your performance?
Man, to go back and watch it and hear everything that DC said and was saying, and to be his number one pick, man, it was awesome. I really look up to DC. I followed his career a lot. He's also wrestled at OSU, so it was really amazing. And with the Khabib, I say I got the Khabib wrestling with the Damian Maya Jiu Jitsu. You put them together, and you got Jimmy the Brick Flick.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like just your transitioning, like you're constant, like you're so fast, especially when he gets to the ground. I was just blown away. I was like, there is no way that Cody's gonna put this man away. But that's my opinion. So outside of Georgia and out here, I'm over here by AKA. Where the hell did you learn to wrestle and grapple like that, man?
Well, at 3 years old, man, I started wrestling when I was a kid in Sand Springs, Oklahoma. I'm from a little bitty town right outside of Tulsa. I just say I'm from Tulsa because more people know where Tulsa, Oklahoma is, but I'm actually from Sand Springs, Oklahoma. When I was three, they used to tape up my singlet in the back because I was so small. And the smallest weight class was 37 pounds, and I was like 33. I had two older brothers, and I used to get beat up by them all the time. I had two older sisters as well. So I was rowdy little boy, man. And I grew up wrestling my whole life. And at 17, my dad moved me down to Corpus Christi, Texas. And that's when I fell into love with Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and started fighting as an amateur. And my career took off from there.
Nice, dude. And yeah, my brother once pile drive me in the front yard, and I didn't feel my arms and legs for about I don't know a minute. So I know what you're talking about, man. Being roughed up by older siblings. Who do you think won the fight, man? Figueredo or Moreno?
I had it as a draw, man. I
Yeah,
scored it as a draw with a negative point. If Figueroa wouldn't have lost the point, I think he would have won all day. I know he had a hard weight cut, and they did it in 3 weeks. I'm turning around and doing it in 2 weeks. So if me and Cody turn around and do it in 2 weeks, and we both make weight and go put on a fight, I think that that makes a good name for both of us to go around and turn around and do it in 2 weeks at flyweight. So, but I know how them guys felt. Brandon looked great, dude. So obviously he had a good weight cut, and I know the champ had some difficulties. And but hey, man, he went 5 rounds, so I can't wait to see them go at it again with a full camp.
yeah, that was just unbelievable by Figueroa. Knowing afterwards that he was sick, and then he had to go to the hospital after that. That's just, and then he put out a performance like that. And yeah, Moreno also, man. Um, Former LFA, correct? Or wasn't it? No, was it Moreno's former LFA?
Yeah, he was a former champ as well with
That's
me
right. That's right.
and Brandon Royval. We were all
I
three
know.
flyweight champs.
Good company there, man. Um, so your fight is this Saturday, making your UFC debut on ESPN Plus, guys. If you're check this fight out, check this card out. It's going to be awesome. How do you keep the butterflies and your nerves in check, man?
Oh man, I've been doing this for so long, from wrestling to playing football to playing basketball, playing baseball. I've been in sports my whole life, and then in wrestling, we have 10, 12 mats going at one time with fans yelling and all kinds of stuff. I'm born for this shit, dude. And no fans, 20,000 fans, it doesn't matter. I got one job and one job only, and that's to go out there and finish the guy across from me.
Get that 50K bonus.
Yeah, that's the plan, man. We got a lot of fights on this card, but I'm super excited. And just so everybody knows, man, the fights start super early. It's starting at like 1 p.m. Vegas time and 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know the other time zones. I know we did lose one fight, so the time could change a little bit. And if we lose more fights, it might get bumped back a little sooner, but it's going to be an early card. And as of right now, I'm fight number 2.
Right. So, I mean, as we've seen with cards recently too, with the COVID stuff going on, that bunch of fights have been falling out. What are you doing personally to like keep yourself healthy and away from that? Because when I saw that you were taking off the card, God, I feared the worst. I was like, oh no, oh Jimmy doesn't have the COVID. But what? How do you keep yourself away from the COVID right now? What are you doing?
Man, I'm just wearing my mask. I got Germex with me at all times. I'm washing my hands, staying away from people, trying not to fist bump, shake people's hands, keep my mask on. And prior to the last couple of weeks, the UFC, after weigh ins, would allow you to go eat and do what you wanted. But for this card, they're not gonna. They're gonna make us stay in the hotel. We're allowed to go to the Performance Institute if we take the UFC vehicles that are cleaned and stuff like that. So they're really locking down on everybody to really help from people coming back and testing positive. And I think people after weigh-ins just go out and go eat and don't take it serious. And with my fight getting so close to happening last time and getting canceled because of pink eye, not even because of COVID, you
Right.
know, I'm really, anxious to make sure that I stay away from people. I keep my mask on, wash my hands, and hope for the best.
That's all you can do nowadays, man. That's it. I mean, right there. I same here, man. I've not gotten it yet, and same routine as you, brother. Um, So I've been since I booked the interview with you, I've been always looking into your opponents and what they've been saying. So your opponent says the following. Let me pull this up here. Um, I see a KO coming his way. I would like to punish him. I'm gonna leave Jimmy's jaw on the judge's table. What do you got to say about that, Jimmy? Let him know. Let him hear you.
Oh man, dude, I love it, dude. He talked a lot, man, going into it, but then he pulled out because the pink eye thing, man, is kind of hard to say, because it is unfortunate, man. He got all but hurt because I told him I was going to put him to sleep, and but that's my game plan with everybody, to put them to sleep, break their arm, fucking finish them. That's what I love to do. 13 of my 15 fights are by finishes, and my 2 decisions was to the same guy twice, the only guy I never finished. So when I go out there and I fight, it's killed or be killed. And I could care less what he says, what he thinks. I'm just ready to show up and fight this motherfucker.
If you're willing to share, what did he say to you in that first face-off?
Oh, well, I came up and I was like, let's get that 50K. And he said, yeah, let's not roll around on the ground. That's not what people want to see. Let's stand up and bang. And then I just ignored him after that. And then, all week he was wearing glasses, and we were curious why he was wearing glasses, because he was wearing them inside. He was wearing them everywhere, so we knew something was up. and it wasn't until 20 minutes before I was getting ready to head to the venue before they called and told me it was pink eye and the fight was getting canceled.
Yeah, I mean, all of us talking heads on YouTube and stuff that pick the winners. I myself, I'm one of the only ones that do like DraftKings, FanDuel, that kind of thing. When we see fighters normally do that, we automatically think, oh, they're having a really rough weight cut. So, yeah, thanks for that insight, man. That's good to know. Um, you've paid your dues in this industry, man. You started, well, what, 10 years ago? Was it worth it? Seeing that you're be on national television on Saturday, all that hard work, has it paid off?
Yeah, especially, with the last fight. Everything I've experienced this year in 2020 with even with the pandemic has paid off. I mean, I got a fight for LFA world title with no fans in the main event and won the LFA title in 38 seconds, got the second fastest finish in LFA history. And then turn around 4 weeks later to get the offer for the Tuesday night contender and to fight in front of Dana White, ended up fighting in front of Daniel Cormier and get all the love I got from Daniel Cormier was amazing. And it was a dream come true. And now I got the opportunity to make my UFC debut. And I mean, it's great, man. The money is good, and it's more money than I've ever made on the regional circuit. So I'm excited to keep the ball rolling and have an opportunity at making $50,000, man. That's a dream come true right there. I'm not really chasing that as much, but it's a cool thing to have as an opportunity because a lot of people have said that, if my fight from the Tuesday night contender would have been on a card, they think I would have got the $50,000 bonus. So I'm ready to go out there and fight my fight and have fun and most importantly, walk away with that win.
Absolutely. Yeah, I felt the same way, but just those crazy transitions. I can't say that enough. You went from one hook to the next one, and then I'm just like, he's gonna put him out with one of these submissions. I was blown away. So yeah, man. Most of the time you get two grapplers in the ring. We all know it ends up being a stand-up fight. Um, do you think people are underestimating your Muay Thai, your stand-up?
Oh yeah, 100%. But I mean, I got I got two pro boxing fights. I got a pro Muay Thai fight versus Chris Gutierrez where I went to a decision. I got two pro kickboxing fights. I mean, I've done it all, man, and all those fights were on short notice without a training camp and prior to hiring my striking coach, Leo Perucci from Forza Combat Sports. I made the move to Forza Combat Fitness or Forza Combat Sports a little over a year ago to work on my stand up because, as you can see, most of my losses are by knockout. But
Yeah,
it's because I don't have stand up. It's because it's killed or be killed out there for me. And I try to kill my opponent or they try to kill me. And that's what I like to do. Out of 20 professional fights, I've only seen the scorecards 3 times. And twice, like I said, it was to the same guy that I beat twice. So, I mean, I'm ready to show my skills. Cody says he wants to stand, but once you start getting punched in the face and you start fighting, you really never know what's going to happen out there. But I'm ready for everything. That's why they call me the brick. Is because my game's solid all over.
exactly, bro. I mean, even when you went to those feints, and your on your fight on the contender series, even when you go to feint to take Nate down, the way he reacted was just like, oh my, like he almost went to the ground with you, and then yeah, I mean that was a perfect fight. If you ask me, that was a perfect freaking fight. You put on a clinic, dude. So does being a favorite or an underdog motivate you in any particular way?
Nah, it doesn't matter to me because I don't bet on myself, whether I'm an underdog or I'm a favorite. I think it adds more stress to a fighter if they bet on themselves. Um, so I don't bet on myself, and I really don't pay attention to it because at the end of the day, it's a fight. And sometimes we got people putting odds out there that don't really know what goes on, and people don't know what goes on in people's personal life, everything that's going on with the weight cut. So it's just a way for people to make money or lose money, and they ain't getting mine.
Good point. Yeah, I was going to ask you. My next question was, do you ever wager on fights? Um,
I
but you
did
don't wait,
not my own.
just not your own. Oh, okay. Okay. Good to know. Do you have any hot takes for us for this card besides yourself getting it done? Who else? Who you the highest on this card?
Jeff Nils, my boy, man. He's always been one of my favorite fighters. We fought on cards together um, back in Texas when I used to fight down in Texas. We comment on each other's stuff. We share each other's stuff. We really support each other. I even got one of his fight shirts. So I like Jeff Neal, man. I think it's going to be a great fight and great opportunity for him to move up in the welterweight division, especially coming off of that hospitalization he had. So I'm excited to see how he does.
That's awesome, man. So you guys heard it here first. Put your wagers in now. All right. Jimmy's got you. What is your prediction for your fight coming up? If you had a crystal ball, I don't want you to give away any. I already know what's going to happen. If it gets to the ground, it's over in your in your favor. But if you had a crystal ball, dude, what is your prediction for this fight?
My prediction's always the same, man, and it's a finish. It doesn't matter how, but obviously I have 13 of 15 wins by submission. So if you're gonna pick, most likely if I finish the fight, it's gonna be by submission. But eventually the knockout's gonna come, and I don't know when it's gonna be. But I know I got the power, I got the skill sets to get a knockout eventually. But I always predict a finish just because I don't like to see the scorecards, but I do everything in my power to finish the fight. And if I don't finish the fight, I want to dominate at all aspects, like I did against Nate Smith. I dominated every round. I could have rode out round number three and just, got the win by unanimous decision, hopefully, with the way I dominated. But that's not the way I see it. I try to finish the whole time, and that's what I like to predict is just any finish in any way possible.
That's what's up. I mean, I can see that 50K coming your way, bro. I mean, yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, you had him in the second round. He was saved by the bell. Let's face it. You had that triangle. He was going to sleep. Um, does anybody in the chat have any questions for Jimmy, guys? Fire them away. Um, what's your take on this Instagram guy calling out Connor, calling out everybody and their mama? What if he called you out, Jimmy? Would you take the fight?
Oh, shit, yeah, for the money he's got, the following he's got, hell yeah. Um, but I think, Jake Paul, he's just, he's a YouTuber. He's a guy that's got a big following and he can do and say what he wants, man. So, I mean, touches to the guy, man. He's boxed two nobodies and he's made more money than most fighters ever made in their career.
True. You got to respect the hustle, right? I
Yes.
mean, yeah, I mean, you fought more solid opponents, in my opinion, than Cody has. I don't want to say he's fought cans, but just your resume, dude, is just so impressive. I mean, wow. What is it like? What are their records against you? Like 100 wins and like 50 losses, something like that
Oh, it's
combined.
like 160 wins and like 70 losses.
Wow, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Um, all right, so let's go to the chat real quick. I know you're busy. You got to fight this Saturday, so I'm not going to take up all your time. You got a family. So Sarugi wants to know, hey Brick, what was your biggest win?
It'd have to be the Johnny Bedford win for sure. I was a 5-1 underdog in the LFA main event at 135. Johnny was overlooking me, and I came right out off the bat, kicked him in the face, and turned it into a match there, and put him to sleep in the third round. And he woke up, left the cage, never paid his respects, and sent him over to bare knuckle.
Retired him, huh? Retired him. I love it, dude. Next one, Big Play Sports says, I live in San Antonio. What is your favorite part about fighting in Texas, Jimmy?
The fans, man. I've always loved the fans in Texas. They're big supporters of mine. I've fought in Corpus Christi. I've fought in Houston. I've fought there in San Antonio at the Cowboys Dance Hall.
Oh,
Fought in Weenie, Texas. I fought in El Paso, Texas. You name it, Austin, Texas. That's where my career started, and I really appreciate all the fans in Texas.
that's awesome. Yeah, that's how's the humidity there? It was pretty brutal.
Oh yeah, down there in Corpus Christi, it's pretty bad, man. It's different, but in Oklahoma, we get a different kind of humidity with the heat as well. So uh, both of them are pretty tough.
Man, I can imagine. Well, Jimmy, thank you again. God bless you for taking time out. I know it's fight week. I'm glad to hear the weight cuts going good. I didn't think it'd be a problem for you, but you never know. They're not easy to do, but this division's on fire, bro, and you're going to bring a lot to it. And for you to call out a top 15, not to look past Cody or nothing, but for you to call out a top 15 fighter says something. You know what I mean? Who
Yes,
who
sir.
who who are you going to call out once you get your hand raised?
I ain't worried about that right now. I just want to go out there and do work, get my hand raised, and get in that cage, man, and just tune in on ESPN Plus, and you'll find out.
Nice, nice. I love it. Have you ever fought in Wisconsin? Sergey wants to know.
No, never have, man.
And Big Play Sports says we love you, Brick.
Hell
All
yeah,
right,
y'all, big dog.
all right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Pub Sports Radio, my affiliate. Guys, go check them out. Check out the fight this Saturday. Like Jimmy said, it's going to start early. So, Jimmy, you have any last words? Anybody you want to give shouts out to? Floor is yours. Well, we lost him. We'll see if he comes back, guys. Travis says, "Hell yeah, Oklahoma." We'll see if we get him back. If not, I mean, we pretty much got the interview done, right, guys? Hopefully, I asked the right questions. You guys, especially those of you that are going to the bookies, putting your bets in. But we'll see what happens. I think that's gonna do it, guys. All right, guys. I think that's gonna do it. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you watch it on replay, you can catch it from the beginning. Shout out to Jimmy Brick, man, for coming on. He fights this Saturday, and for him to come on here, man, I owe a great debt of gratitude to him, and I owe a great debt of gratitude to you guys in the chat for checking it out. And if you're watching on the replay, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Pub Sports Radio. Shout out to the DFS Club. And let's get this bread, guys. Don't take shit from nobody. And I'm out, guys. Thank you so much. Take care.